Hello people, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Okay guys, got a post here from Hedera that I want to share with you, and this is just another reason to be bullish. So, we have Hedera and they say, congratulations to Drop on their launch of real-time payments, in brackets RTP, in collaboration with, I want to say it's Truist. I'm not sure because I've not seen that kind of spelling before, but Truist I'll go with. Offering instant settlement for Drop merchants and driving significant improvements in cash flow efficiency. Drop's instant payment platform leverages the efficiency, cost-effectiveness, and security of the Hedera network. Their collaboration with Truist demonstrates the key benefits of bridging the gap between the traditional Web 2 banking system and innovative Web 3 technology. Okay guys, so let's just have a quick look at Truist's page and see what they have to say. Truist is a purpose-driven financial services company committed to inspiring and building better lives and communities. Headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina, Truist is a top 10 commercial bank with total assets of $535 billion as of the 31st of December 2023. Truist Bank, member FDIC. Okay guys, pretty much a big deal, right? Pretty much a big deal. And so, Drop is a developer who I've covered from a while back actually. They were recognized by the Federal Reserve, and I think FedNow was going to use them at one point. I don't know if that's still going ahead. As far as I'm aware, I think it is. But yeah, Drop had a massive use case, which is basically, as you can see, like real-time payments for merchants. So when you're thinking about this, like what you got to think about is just going to like your local grocery store, right? And I'm not talking about like a big one where you're talking about like Walmart or that kind of thing. And for UK people like Asda, that kind of thing. I'm talking about like your more, mom and pop store, right? Like your corner shop, that kind of thing. And let's say they've got a card terminal there. And then obviously other than that, your other alternative is cash, right? Well, a lot of times what happens is they've got a card terminal. So you can obviously make a card payment, but they would normally say, to use the card terminal, there's going to be a fee for them. They'll normally put like a minimum spend payment. So they'll say like, for example, if you want to use the card terminal to pay, you've got to pay like a minimum of $5, right? So let's just say, for example, you've gone into the shop, you've got no cash on you, you've gone to pay with your card. But let's say all you wanted was, something that costs, let's just say $1, for example. Let's just say you wanted $1 worth of chewing gum. But then it says, you've got to have a minimum spend of $5. And you're like, oh, well, I really want the chewing gum. So I guess I'll just spend more money to get up the price to $5 so I can use the card terminal. That's obviously inconvenient for you. It's inconvenient for the shop because what the customer could do is say, you know what, forget it. I'll just go and get it elsewhere or something like that. Like they might just walk out of the shop completely. And so the shop, the shop owner has now missed out on a sale, right? Because, they couldn't let them use the card terminal. Well, when it comes to this kind of stuff, what happens is, what will happen is there's no fee to use the terminal anymore, or it's going to be so minimal that it's basically non-existent, right? Like if it's like 0.003 cents or something like that, it's like you're barely going to even see that, right? So obviously at that point, you can remove the $5 fee. You can say, hey, just buy whatever you want. Even if you want to buy something for like 30 cents, don't worry. You can use the card terminal. It's not a problem. And the other thing is, when you're doing card payments, like it usually takes like a bit of time for the payments to clear. So you will see what happens is something called earmarking, right? So what will happen is you probably notice if you go to like an ATM and look at your balance, you normally have like an account balance and an available balance. And so the difference between an account balance and an available balance is anything that's due to come off of your account will be taken off the available balance. So let's just say you went into a shop. Let's say you had $100 in your account and you went into a shop and spent $10 on your card. Well, the money doesn't go straight away. It takes time for the money to actually debit your account. So what happens is that money gets earmarked, right? And so you'll look at your account balance and it will show as, $100. But then when you look at your available balance, it will be $90, right? Because that $10 that you spent in the shop has been earmarked to come out of your account. So they're trying to make sure that you don't spend that money because that $10 has been earmarked to go to that shop. And so what this is now is this will be real time. This will happen instantly. There won't be no earmarking. It'll just go straight off of your account and straight to the shop owner. So this is where we're going, guys. This is the kind of thing that this industry will be changing, like the crypto industry. Like payments will be real time. It will be, and it'll be like, also like ridiculously cheap, right? Like, so, the shop owner can now say, yeah, like spend whatever you want in the shop is not a problem. Like, it's not going to really cost me anything where it's going to put me at a hindrance to use the card terminal. You can use it as much as you want for as low as you want. It's fine. And these guys can just spend whatever they want, knowing that money's just going to go straight out with no worry as well. So it works both ways. It's convenient for both parties. And so this was, it is a great use case. I think it's an absolutely incredible use case. I can see why they were recognized by the Federal Reserve, Fed now, whatever. Like, I can completely understand, because it is an absolutely incredible use case. It's a great use of the technology. And so, you're now seeing them get this kind of, this collaboration with such a big bank. Yeah, this is the start of many, guys. Like, this kind of stuff is going to be the norm. And this is where we're talking again, like I've said numerous times, mass adoption. This is what we're talking about. This is when you can just use something, and the people in the shop, the customers, they're not going to know, oh, this is all happening over Hedera, ultimately. No, they're just using the service. Like, for them, it's just like, oh, okay, that was quick. Like, that was great. And they don't have to understand the ins and outs of what's making it work, right? Like, just think about the internet right now. When you're going on your phone on the internet, you're not thinking, oh, how does this work? How does the internet work and whatnot, and blah, blah. You're just going on the internet and using it, right? You're just looking on your websites, browsing, you're looking on YouTube, watching your videos. You're not thinking about the whole inner workings of it. You just know that it works and you just use it. That's what mass adoption is. It's being able to use something and not necessarily having to understand the whole ins and outs of it, right? To use it. It just works in the background. So, like, this is the kind of stuff we're talking about, guys. And so, this is a reason why, again, I said, can you imagine shops wanting this? I can. I can imagine every little small retail merchant, every little corner shop store, they would want this service. Why wouldn't they? No more having to put a minimum fee spend on their card terminals. The payments are going to go through to them instantly now, so they haven't got to worry in terms of, how I've got to wait for this money to clear before it's actually officially in my account. Like, it's there. It's instant, and it's literally dirt cheap. So why wouldn't these stores want this? Why wouldn't these shop owners go for this technology? And as I say, this is the beauty of what crypto can bring, man. Like, it's going to completely change the world. It really will. That, like, when we look at the world in, let's say, 5 to 10 years time, let's put aside AI, because AI will make a big difference as well. But crypto wise, it's going to be very different. Like, there'll be a lot of industries that work very differently because of crypto technology. Tokenization being another big one as well. You know what I mean? Like, the whole stock market will eventually be tokenized. Like, it's going to be incredible, guys. So, like, we're moving into a new era, and with us having a pro crypto president now in the US, that's going to accelerate things completely, because, like, regulations could be coming as soon as this year now. Really could. So we're very much on, like, the eve of adoption, like mass adoption. It really is coming. And when you see things like this is the kind of stuff that people are going to want. This is the kind of thing that people are going to be going for. So very bullish stuff to see. And, good to see that Drop is still making moves as well, because the last time I covered them was quite a while back now. But I've always said, like, the use case that they've got is a great use case. So I've always imagined, in the end, I thought they should be successful, not to mention, obviously, them being recognized by Fed now. So, like, I've always thought there's going to be possibilities for them there because of what they've got going on. And yeah, it's good to see this update. So I'll continue to obviously monitor them. If I see anything else, I'll be sure to share it with you guys. But this is real great stuff to see, guys. And as I say, this is just more, that next step further. As I say here, like, bridging the gap between traditional Web 2 banking systems and the innovative Web 3 technology. That's what we're doing now. We're moving from Web 2 over to Web 3. We're bridging that gap. And this is where Web 3 will continue to aid Web 2 to get more up to speed. So we're going to be helping the traditional financial services. Incredible stuff to see. Thank you very much for watching this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that bell. Take care.